are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today is a little bit lighter of a day.
Yep.
But we'll take a look at what we have for the day. We have one game in the NHL with the Oilers and the Golden Knights. We've got two games in the NBA. We got Warriors and Lakers, and we got Heat and Knicks. And then we got the MLB slate, which is 10 games today. A little bit lighter of an MLB slate, which I'm totally cool with, because yesterday was pretty bad. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right and 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. For a while, it was looking really. I mean, it was a really bad MLB day. 2-9-1, down 6.71 units for me. I pushed the Orioles first five. I got the Rockies first five. And then it would take me to the last game of the night to get my next win. New York, Tampa, first five under 4 was a loser. Twins team total over 4.5. They were no hit through 6 innings. Was a loser. Over 8.5 in Cleveland, Minnesota was a loser. Oakland team total over 4.5 was a loser. Oakland over 10 was a loser. Detroit first five was a loser. San Fran first five was a loser. San Fran full game was a loser. Washington first five was a loser. They went on to win the full game. Finally got the Seattle Mariners, though, to end the night. So 2-9-1, down 6.71 units there. Absolutely hurt there. The NBA went 1-2. The Sixers won. It took overtime, so my team total under 108. Lost for the Celtics. And the Nuggets fell apart late. Just a frustrating day there. 1-2, down 0.6 units. Full planning on attacking the Nuggets in Game 5. Like, it's going to be maybe a trifecta spot for me. But down 0.6 units yesterday in the NBA. NHL started off very promising. I got the Devils first period, got the Devils full game. Very nice to see them get up and going and playing well there. And then the Leafs first period won that one as well. Leafs leafed again. Full game was a loser, and the Stars never showed up, so that was a loser as well. 3-2.
Yeah, I saw that score. Yikes.
Yeah. Up 0.28 units. I will be right back on the Stars in Game 4. And I might go first period, full game, puck line, and -1. Because I expect them to show up after that performance last night. So overall, yesterday was a ugly 6-13-1. 6-13-1. Down 7.03 units. So far in the month of May, 56, 55-1. Down 3.62 units. I'm posting weekly recaps. I was up 3.5 units going into yesterday for the week, and I finished down 3.5. So it was very frustrating into the week. Hopefully, we will have a good start to this week and be able to keep going.
Yeah, it was our first real losing day of the month, and that's fine because it was the 7th day in. Through the first 6, we went 5-1 in terms of profitable days. The one loser was down 0.35, so we're still up for the month. So it's all right there. We did start off with, we'll go over those last we'll go over those first. Soccer, 3-0 day in soccer yesterday. 2-0 in the EPL, 1-0 in the MLS. Under in the Arsenal game, under 2.5, cash it, finished 2-0 Arsenal. Under in the West Ham game, finished 1-0, cash that one. And the Kansas City, Sporting Kansas City. I wish I grabbed the money line, which would have been a nice plus $4. But I grabbed them plus 0.75, and they won 2-1. So 3-0 in soccer yesterday. All right, here's where it gets ugly. We had the Baltimore Orioles, which had plenty of opportunities to win that game. It went 12 innings. They just couldn't convert it. It is what it is. Lost that plus 145. The Boston Red Sox long streak finally ended of winning and overs. That one went under, and they lost 6-1. So that was kind of rough. Minnesota run line loser. Colorado money line winner. Fade the Mets right now. They suck. I was actually going to make a Twitter post, kind of giving an already recap of the Atlanta Braves video, saying that the division, and put a bunch of money signs next to it because that's free money at this point. Atlanta to win the division. Oakland in the over, 5-1. Losers. Detroit was down. What was it? 3-2. Hit a grand slam. It was losing by the next half inning. Thank you, Detroit. I'm gonna call this one the most frustrating game though. Chicago Cubs. You gotta be freaking kidding me, right? I wouldn't mind a loser. 5-4 in the 14th inning.
That's
Are you
brutal.
kidding me?
And pour one out to the under bettors in that game as well. You had that game capped correctly. Just take it first 5 minutes then.
That was just absolutely rough. Under in the Sixers game went to overtime. Loser. You got your Devils money line. Nice little winner there. I wish when I put your plays up, I put puck lines for all of them. Would have been a little bit better, but it is what it is. San Fran run line, loser. They lost outright, but Seattle run line was a winner, plus 161 there. We'll take that one. And then the end of the night kind of shit the bed with the Toronto Maple Leafs, with the Denver Nuggets, and with the Dallas Stars. God, I was watching the Nuggets game last night. Does Booker miss? I think they said at one point he made like 34 out of 42 shots over the last two games.
That's going to continue.
Is he going to miss it all?
It's not going to continue.
Anyways, and it was Durant, it was Booker. You know what? They added one more piece. They added Shamet, which I will say I saw something interesting with Shamet. He has lost the last 4 years in the second round in Game 7. So confirm it. Nuggets in 7. And it's only happened the past 4 years, so I figured I'd throw that one out there. I thought that was a little bit of an interesting trend for one of those random, stupid ones that mean absolutely nothing.
Yep.
But ultimately, yesterday, down 4.75 units. Hopefully, it's a bounce back spot today. Lighter card, so probably not going to have as much. And I'm already going to lose my Leicester City? Leicester City's who's down 3-0 at halftime. Tim, I see the sunshine way past 8 o'clock last night. Phoenix in 6. Still sounds like a guy who's scared of the playing the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. Them boys can't stop Katie, Booker, or Shamet. It's over for the spicy chicken nuggets. Yep, series is over. Suns are a lock. Road Warriors tonight by a lot. As long as it goes under, I really don't care. Knicks game, I don't really have a read on it, but I lean Miami. I'm on Miami. What up, my guys? Let's get us cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy. Nick, I still need a Timmy cutaway. Finally made the show. Grinch is back. Leafs are a joke. Yes, they are. And I'll throw away my Leafs for the cup ticket. That sucks. Big Honey did show out in last night. He put up 53 points. That's an MVP right there. Unfortunately, when you can't stop anybody else on defense, it is what it is. The Panthers look like cup contenders. Can we address this real quick? This Florida team is very, very similar to the team that won the President's Cup last year. All they did was switch out Huberdeau for Kachuk. They upgraded. The big surprise with them, the big surprise with them was that they got off to such a bad start.
They played great the last month or so.
This is a good team.
I already bet the over for Game 4.
Yeah, Panthers. I will say, I think the Panthers are the best team remaining in the East at this point.
I still like the Devils, personally.
Because there's no way the Panthers blow a 3-0 lead.
Well, the Panthers are now the favorite to win the East, and they are the second favorite to win the Cup because they're up 3-0 now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, they're favored to win the Cup?
Second favorites.
Oh, okay.
You know who the favorite is?
You got a Grinch has a soccer play today. All right. What's up?
You know who the favorite is?
Edmonton.
Yeah.
Right. Italy series up. I don't look at that. I only look at EPL and MLS because that's the only things I can put up on the site. But Odysseus and Sampdoria over 2.5. Good luck. Warriors in the over. I like the under. And I kind of lean Lakers, but I'm not touching it. Anyone like Miami and Warriors first quarter? I like Miami.
I like the Knicks first quarter. I bet the Knicks first quarter.
I just can't bet the Warriors on the road. They're 3-33 on the road this year. I just can't do it. I know they got blown out last game. That's why I chose the total, which just means it's going to go over and the Lakers are going to end up winning because I didn't choose this high. I like the D-backs -1.5 today. Brewers and the under in both those games. Who did the Diamondbacks get today? The Marlins with Zach Gallen on the mound. Yeah, I can get behind that. And I like the Brewers, yes. Let's get this money. Let's do it. Yesterday was shitty. Yeah, was not good. Leafs first period. Money line live down. Oof, that's rough. Morning, Tony. All right, Joe had a really good night. I wonder what he had. Panthers, no matter what, congratulations. My cup ticket for the Leafs is dead. Panthers finally convinced me. Yeah, it only took getting a 3-0 lead. It is what it is. Canes to close it out. Nope. Oilers in regulation tonight. Me and Nick are against each other again. But you started the week up 13. Now down to 2. Got screwed on Nuggets last night. Ruined my Padres 2. Well, Padres lost 2. So we will win all of our bets today. Well, that's not going to happen because I already have a loser in soccer. All of a sudden, the Suns are back. No, the Suns won their games at home. That's all they did. They did what they're supposed to do. They won their home games. A series hasn't started for the underdog until they win a game on the road. And they have not done that yet. Flying Leopards money line is an underdog this morning. Here we're without a doubt CBA championship. Get it. That was tough. Had a boost on golf and picked Clark outright. Good luck. Did he win? I said Cubs game over for sure. Yeah, never in doubt, dude. Going back to the well, though, and going White Sox, Cubs, moneyline parlay. First 2 picks I've punched in. Ready to ride with y'all. I like the Cubbies today. I'm not sure about the White Sox. I felt like the ultimate nut shot when I lost with the Maple Leafs in OT. I'm on Florida. Yeah, that's rough. Heat -9.5. I like the Heat today. Half unit on that one bet. I gotcha. Do you like War? Panthers to win it all, but on their money line every game. Going to keep doing it. Get it. LOL, they upgraded me dead. Okay. No, not on the Warriors at the moment. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Untouchable. More Flying Leopards win in the morning. Get it. VGK might want to wake up. Might even up the series, my guy. That's what I was looking.
It is 1-1.
Oh yeah, it's 1-1. What was the last thing we just saw from that Edmonton series?
What should be happening the rest of the series?
An absolute blowout in that game. I love how the odds makers made Leafs faves to win the cup and they're about to get swept.
Yeah.
So, good morning, new week. Let's have a good one. Let's do it. Last week was a good one. It was a good one. Oh hell yeah, I did. You've been on the heater, Joe. Can't wait for WNBA. Me too. You caught Tampa Bay at +1,000. Hell yeah. Joe's ready for the WNBA, and he's ready for what do you call it? Fever money line. Opening night, Fever money line versus Connecticut. We riding, Joe? Are we riding? Kraken, never in doubt. Yeah, that was an absolute shit stomping. Called that Panthers game. Easy. Toronto first period. Under Panthers money line. Also sprinkled draw. Thanks, Nick, for the insight yesterday. Careful what you wish for Leafs. He did win, and I even know until I looked at my FanDuel account. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You like LSU today? I mean, they just got beat 2 games out of 3 in college baseball to Auburn. But if that's what you're interested, or if that's purple and gold, I mean, ECU just swept Cincinnati, so love to see it. Love to see the purple and gold. I know he's talking about the Lakers. I like the under. Oilers and Reg. Oilers. Oh, my bad. Fever minus 9.5. Let's run it. I may actually grab the Fever first game just because. Let's go ahead and head into the slate, Nick. We'll start with your hockey.
Yep.
The Edmonton Oilers are minus 175 with a total of 6.5. I am seeing some 7s in some places. Are we getting another blowout in this game, or do Vegas bounce back?
I mean, we could see Vegas show up a little bit here, but I still think that points are going to be something, or goals are going to be something that Edmonton is going to just be able to score. Let's take a look here. Let's see. Have they bumped it up to a 1.5 yet? No. Wow, but they have juiced it up to minus 190. Evan Bouchard to get a point. Minus 190. Good God. What is Leon Draisaitl? Over 1.5 at minus 124. They've really juiced it. If you take Bouchard point and partner it up with Draisaitl over 1.5, then you can get a plus 124. Leon Draisaitl score a goal is minus 134. Minus 134 for Leon Draisaitl to score a goal. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. You can get both McDavid and Draisaitl score a goal at plus 218. I'm on the Oilers on minus 1 in this game, though. I was just looking at player props because that's probably a good way to approach this game because I do kind of like the over in this one, which reminds me I haven't locked this play in yet, and I kind of I don't know if I'm going to do that because that's minus 140. I was looking at the Edmonton Oilers team total over 3.5. That's minus 140 though. So this is probably just going to be just the minus 1 line. I got it minus 114 for the Oilers here. I expect more of the same that we saw in game number 2. I think that's the Oilers team that we're going to see throughout this playoffs. They're the better team and all that. And I expect them to take care of business here against a Vegas team that I think is just going to get outplayed this entire series. I don't trust their goaltending. I don't trust them defensively, and I think that this Oilers team is going to be able to take advantage offensively against this Vegas Golden Knights team. I like the Oilers here on the minus 1 line.
One play today. Leon Draisaitl, no goal, plus 105. I'm getting plus money for a no goal.
Yeah, there's a reason the guy scored basically every single game.
Bring it. Give me that plus money.
Okay.
All single bets for today. Oilers over. I can see it. Warriors. I lean Lakers. Orioles. Yes. Nationals. Against San Fran. I don't know. I don't really like that one. Knicks. No. Nope. No to the Knicks. System, same game parlay. Oilers over, Oilers money line, the over, any time goal scorer, Draisaitl and McDavid, of course, the wagon, Bouchard points.
All right, so you're saying Oilers over, Draisaitl anytime goal, McDavid anytime goal, and Bouchard point. I want to see what that pays out because I can see you keep posting these up. Let's see. So we got Edmonton to win. We get McDavid and Draisaitl anytime goal. We get the over 6.5. And we get a point for over half a point for Evan Bouchard, which pays out plus 550. I don't hate that at all.
Good luck. 5-8, 5-9 parlay. Celtics plus Oilers. All right, so tomorrow. I kind of like the Celtics tomorrow. What is their they're -7.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'll take the Celtics and the Nuggets tomorrow. Both those two teams to take a 3-2 lead. Over first period. I can see that. We believe in the spirit of ECU, but not offering college baseball at the moment because there's no games today. Actually, I think there might be one or two. Let's see. I don't see any. Let's see. Nope, there was supposed to be one game today. It was supposed to be South Dakota State and Purdue, and it got postponed. Tomorrow, is there any good ranked matchups? Maryland versus Northeastern. Yeah, that's a ranked matchup. Joe, is the for a team to win by double digits, essentially. Oilers pull the pants off of VGK. No. The Leafs staying in Florida as their early exit playoff. They're already in vacation mode. Probably. Just a fun trend I've been doing recently. If NHL first periods don't go over, live bet the second period over usually hits. Not 100% guaranteed, though.
Usually grab a live over, yeah.
Supness. We get a supness from Lex. Hey, what's up, guys? 6-2 on the major. Oh, the major started today. Damn it. I didn't put any plays in for it. It really depends. Tonight, I'm just doubling the -4.5, rounding it to 9.5. Gotcha. By the way, that live Dallas, Seattle over 3.5 goals, easy.
Yeah.
How did that finish yesterday?
Huh?
If he said it was a 3.5 live line at one point, what?
It was 0-0 at the end of the first period.
Oh, and then the Kraken scored 5 in the second.
Yep.
That's fun.
Not really.
Second round coming up in an hour. You got time. I'll have to look into that. I saw some
second round. The Leafs don't know what that is.
No, the Leafs do.
No, they still have yet to win a second round game since 2004.
Boy. All right, Nick, we'll go from the ice to the hardwood.
Yeah, I mean, you differ on this game, but let's get into it here. We have the Miami Heat. They're 4.5-point favorites. Total 207.5. Let's take a look at where the lines moved. It opened up at 4.5, and it stayed at 4.5, but it's moved 3 cents towards the Knicks. So it's 4.5 -113 for the Knicks. And this line opened up at a 206. It's now up to a 207.5.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting here. We have 77% of the tickets and 60% of the cash on the Miami spread, and the lines moved 3 cents towards the Knicks. We have 62% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the under, but yet this line's moved up 1.5 points, which actually kind of makes me interested in this over. Because all the money coming in on the under and the line's moving towards the over makes me think the over is the look. And at 207.5, I'm kind of interested in that. In this spot, but that being said, I'm on the Knicks first quarter, first half at the moment. I like New York in this game. I think New York wins this one outright, and we go back to New York tied 2-2. I'm seeing all the money on Miami, and the books are opening up their arms for more Miami money by moving it 3 cents toward. I know it's only 3 cents, but they're moving it towards the Knicks, the line. So that's kind of telling me that the books are not really overly scared about this Miami money. So I'm kind of interested in the Knicks. But I only played them first quarter +120, first half +130. And I'm going to play the over 207.5 here as well at -112. -112.
I like the Heat. I think they're the better team. The one game they lost, they didn't have Jimmy Butler. Butler's back, and they look phenomenal with him. And we've seen Miami play really well at home so far. They have played 3 games at home in terms of non-play-in games. And those were a 22-point win against Milwaukee, a 5-point win against Milwaukee, and a 19-point win against the Knicks. Coming into this series, I looked at it and I said there is value on betting Miami. This is still a good team. I'm not going to compare them to like the Florida Panthers, where they could make a big run, but this is still a Miami team that's got veteranship. They've got solid shooting, and they have a star in Jimmy Butler that's been doing a lot. Bam Adebayo is starting to pick it up. I know they're without Harrow, who broke his hand, but this is still a Heat team that's really, really solid, and we've seen some good stuff from them. I took a minus. I got 4.5, I think. No, I got 4. So it's actually moved up because I got -4 last night. So I don't know.
What book was that on? Because it opened up at 4.5 on the
365.
6th. Okay, it's
I was
always
able to
been
get a 4 on the
4.5
site. Now
BetOnline.
it's a 4.5. So there you go. Mine's moving.
Wow, I'm shocked because It's never been a 4.5 on BetOnline. So,
well, BetOnline's not always always the right answer, but it is what it is. I like the Heat in this one. I think they're the better team. Oilers Heat call it heated X Oilers parlay. Okay. Over 206.5. You have 208. Bulls legend Jimmy Butler. My apologies. Bulls legend Jimmy Butler. I could see the NBA pulling the rug under everyone's feet. Money just something they would do. Heat money line. I would lay the 4 or 4.5. I'm not laying -180. We'll go to this game, Nick, which I didn't choose a side for because I was kind of wishy-washy for it.
Yeah. We have the LA Lakers. They are hosting the Golden State Warriors. The Lakers lead the series 2-1. And they are 3-point favorites in this game. Total 227.5. I did semi-play a side in this game, but I'll show you how in a minute here. As we have, this changed a little bit. We have 66% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on the Golden State Warriors. The line has moved from a 4 to a 3, so the line's moved a full point down, which makes sense. Then we have 70% of the tickets and 69% of the cash is on the over. The line's gone from a 228 to a 227.5. And the line has moved, since it's moved down to a 227.5, it had moved 3 cents towards the under as well. I played the under in this game. I got under 227.5 here. And my way of semi-playing a side in this game, I took the Lakers team total under 115.5 at -110. I think that we are going to see some defensive urgency from the Warriors. I think the Warriors win this game. But taking the Warriors on the road is a very difficult thing to do, I feel like sometimes. But with that being said, I could see this game being a bounce-back game for the Warriors after getting blown out last game as well. So I'm kind of looking for the Warriors to bounce back, play good defensively because they gave up 127 points last game. So I'm on the Lakers team total under 115.5. I'm on the full game under 227.5. I think this head back to the Bay tied 2-2.
Yeah, I kind of lean Lakers, but it kind of works against I have 2 things that I like to bet against. Teams that just blew out their opponent. Well, the Warriors just blew out the Lakers.
No, Lakers blew out the Warriors.
Sorry, Lakers blew out the Warriors, so I'm not betting the Lakers. But I'm not backing the Warriors on the road, who are 3-13 this year on the road. 3-33, sorry. 33.
13-33.
And 13-31-1 against the spread. I like the under as well in this game. Yeah, you mentioned it. All the money's coming in on the over, and the line's dropped. I think it's going to be more of a defensive urgency game for these 2 teams, especially Golden State, which this is a must-win game because you need to split. You need to take at least one road game because you lost one at home. And this is going to be a ugly defensive game. First one to 110 wins. Under for me. Second play, looking at Brighton money line and the under 4.5 -130. I think I'm against you. Yeah, I'm on Everton plus 1.25. So good luck though. D. Russ over his points. Fair. If Warriors win, over. Sure. Curry in an interview says they need to be the ones playing with more urgency. Yeah, they do. How about some Diamond talk?
Yeah, we'll move into the World Baseball. We have 11 games today, 10 games today, something along those lines. Starting it off here with the battle in the AL Central with the Detroit Tigers at the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians minus 185, favorites total of 7.5 in this game. Line opened up at 201. It is now at a 189, so it's dropped 12 cents towards the Detroit Tigers in this one here. And we have this line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's now a 7.5 minus 117. It did go from 8.5 to 8 to 7.5. So it's dropped a full run since the opening line, which makes sense when you look at the money coming in on this one here. 55% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the under. And 45% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Cleveland Guardians. And the lines moved 12 cents towards the Tigers, which is kind of interesting here. Let's take a look at what these pitchers have done recently. We have Joey Wentz, who is 0-3 this year with a 6.67 ERA, 1.41 whip. He's coming in off of a start where he gave up 5 earned runs on 9 hits against the New York Mets. They won that game. 2 earned runs and 4 hits against the Orioles, 5 earned runs and 6 hits against the Orioles. So he's gotten hit 2 of his last 3 starts. Not looking great. Then we got Tanner Bibby, who has looked pretty good so far. 1-0 with a 2.45 ERA, 0.91 whip. He has started in 2 starts. He gave up 2 earned runs and 4 hits and 5 1/3 innings pitch against the Yankees. He gave up 1 earned run on 6 hits in a 4-1 win against the Rockies. So Bibby has looked strong since coming up here. This is a tricky game. I really don't have too much of an interest in this one here. The line movement's telling me that the under is a decent look, but it may have moved a little too far, moving down a full run. So I think if you liked the under, you probably missed your line here in this one. Especially with, it's the wind's blowing from the left to the right, anywhere between 8.5 and 6 miles an hour. It goes down as the game goes along. 6 o'clock, 8.5, 7 o'clock, 7.7, 6.3 miles an hour at 8 o'clock. So it goes down as the night goes on. This is a tricky game. I really don't have too much of an interest in this one.
I kind of lean Tigers. This is still a team that's been playing some really good baseball. Although they got their winning streak snapped yesterday after 5 straight wins. But on the opposite side, you get Cleveland, who's been struggling. Although they just won 2 out of 3 from Minnesota. Before that, they had lost 3 straight and 5 out of 6. Once again, I'm not high on this Cleveland team. And I believe Joey Wentz was an up-and-coming prospect.
Yeah.
So I kind of like. I think he was one of the top overall picks by the Braves. So I kind of like Wentz. He hasn't really been pitching all that well as of late. I'm gonna probably stay away from this game. At this point, I actually don't really mind the over. I think at 7.5. I think the line moved too much. You mentioned how it could have moved too much. I think it might have moved too much. I would go over in this game, but that's just me. Lean towards the over, lean towards Detroit, but a pass.
Fair.
No overtime for the Warriors game, please. Tigers team total under. No, I kind of lean the opposite way. Give me Nottingham Forest money line. I am on Southampton plus 0.25. EPL. Yeah, I got you. Tanner Bibby and guards. I'm not backing that. Nuggets still in 6. Suns had some fortunate luck in game 3 and 4. I wonder how the Suns will do when they don't have the nice home cooking, because it felt like every single time that Booker or Durant went towards the rim, fouls were called, like every single time. So I want to see what they could do when there's not home cooking the entire time. But we'll see. Shamet under points next game. Yes, 100%. Let's head to this one, Nick, and I got to play from this game.
Yeah. We have the Colorado Rockies and the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Pittsburgh minus 170 favorites. Total 8.5 here in this one. Trying to get up. There we go. Take a look at where this line has moved. It opened up at minus 155. It's up to a 171. So a 16-cent line movement towards the Pittsburgh Pirates in this game. It's kind of interesting. A team that's been really struggling. Lines moving drastically towards them. Total opened up at an 8.5 minus 105. It's moved to an 8.5 even money. So a 5-cent line movement towards the under in this game. As we have 70% of the tickets and 73% of the cash is on the Pirates. That explains the line move. 88% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the over. And the lines move 5 cents towards the under, which makes me interested in under the total here in this game. Let's take a look at what these pitchers have done recently. We have Kyle Freeland and Mitch Keller. Freeland 3-3 with a 3.76 ERA, 1.1 WHIP. Let's take a look. He's coming in off of a very nice start against Milwaukee. He gave up no earned runs on 3 hits, 5 innings pitched in that game. Previous to that, he gave up 4 earned runs against the Phillies and 5 hits and 6 innings pitched. He got lit up against the Pirates. He got hit, and then he had a decent performance, 2 earned runs, 6 hits, and 6 innings pitched against the Cardinals. Kyle Freeland had been pitching pretty well. Mitch Keller has been pretty good this year. He's only given up more than 2 runs once the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starts. Last 6 starts, he's given up 2 or fewer in 5 of them. He did give up 4 in his first start of the year against the Reds. But I could see him having a decent start in this game, which is lending me towards the under in this one here. Is where my lean is at the moment. I might pull the trigger on the under here in this one.
I like the Colorado Rockies. They're a team that's winning right now. They're playing some really good baseball. They've won 6 out of their last 7 now. Their only game that they lost was after they traveled from Coors to New York on no days rest. And they've looked good past recently. And the Pittsburgh Pirates have lost 7 straight games. So you get a team that's really hot versus a team that's really cold. I don't care. I'll take the plus 156. We've made money on the Colorado Rockies the past couple of days. We made money on them, I believe, when they were in Colorado against Milwaukee. I'm going to continue to ride it, and we're going to continue to fade the Pirates until they can get their stuff together. So for me, we're going to go Rockies. Thoughts on it?
I feel like I like Mitch Keller. I was kind of looking at Mitch Keller. And
yeah, I know it's Mitch Keller, but it's still a Pirates team that's not winning right now.
I'm more interested in the total in this game. Let me take a look at what this first 5 total is real quick. 4.5 minus 115. I'm going to take that. First 5 under 4.5 minus 115 for me.
Okay.
That's where I'm going with this game. That's what I like more. I don't like the side. I would lean Pirates.
So much home cooking, bro. I hated that game. It was kind of weird. NBA is 1 step away. No. Watch what happens in Denver. That's all I'll say. No, I don't think the NBA is scripted. I'll send the number in this chat after the game happens. Okay. Rockies first 5. I like the Rockies. I really do. Then the whole Suns owner Jokic controversy. What a joke. Yeah, that was stupid. I don't. Hey, that's partially on the Suns owner too. He was the one that was trying to keep away from Jokic. Yeah, yes, it is Mitch Keller, but they're not winning right now. Let's roll into this game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Tampa Bay Rays. They're at the Baltimore Orioles. The Rays minus 165 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look here. Shane McClanahan and Kyle Gibson's your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at minus 155. It's up 19 cents to minus 174. On the flip side, we are on the total. We have this line opened up at a 7.5. It's gone from a 7.5 to an 8 to an 8.5. 87% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the over in this game. 71% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the Rays in this game. I saw a stat today that McClanahan's yet to lose a first 5. Something I saw that was kind of interesting today. Let's take a look at what these pitchers have done this year. That's what I was trying to click on. There we go. Shane McClanahan's been awesome this year. 6-0, 2.03 ERA, 1.10 whip. He's coming in off of a really nice appearance, 6 innings pitched against the Pittsburgh Pirates, where he gave up 1 earned run on 5 hits. He's yet to give up more than 2 earned runs in a single appearance so far this year. The team has undefeated when McClanahan starts. On the other side, Kyle Gibson's been pretty good record-wise. His ERA not as much, 4-1 with a 4.61 ERA, 1.34 WHIP. He did get absolutely lit up in his last start. 6 earned runs on 10 hits. Granted, 6 2/3 innings pitched, but he got hit up for 6 runs in his last start. Previous to that, he had an okay start, 3 innings, 8 hits, and 4 1/3 against the Tigers. 1 earned run, 2 hits, 6 1/3 the previous start against the Tigers. So I'm kind of looking at McClanahan and the Rays in this game. And this is just one of those games where I may just look at the Rays' first 5 run line. First 5 run line minus 125, I think, is a decent look. That's my lean at the moment. I want to look at a couple things real quick, but that's kind of where I'm looking at for this one.
I think it's a letdown spot for the Rays. Look what they just did. They just came back from being down 6-0 against the ace of the Yankees and ended up winning that game. I think it's just a big letdown spot for them. I'm going to take Baltimore at home. Baltimore's coming off of a rough series against Atlanta. And this series could have a big impact on the division. Because right now, Tampa Bay's got a 5.5 game lead on the division. If they go and win this series, and they kind of start pushing everybody away. And when it comes to it, I think that Baltimore is going to stay competitive. So I'm going to grab the Orioles. I'm going to grab them on the money line. I think it's like plus 140, 145 area. I'm going to keep riding this team. Kyle Gibson's been solid. I know it's McClanahan. Oh, my God, McClanahan. I don't care. Give me the Orioles in this one.
I'm completely opposite on you here. And I was looking a little bit deeper into Kyle Gibson's stats. And one stat you kind of want to look at as well that kind of gauge whether or not these pitchers have been overperforming or underperforming. Kyle Gibson has a 4.61 ERA, and he's actually been overperforming. He has a 5.22 expected ERA. And granted, McClanahan has a 2.72 expected ERA compared to a 2.02 ERA, so he's been a little bit overperforming as well, but, I mean, he's still at an elite level. This is my Cy Young pick. Sorry, Tim. I'm going the opposite way. I'm doubling down. First 5 full game run lines for the Tampa Bay Rays here for me in this game.
It's okay. Sounds like a lock.
It's not a lock. It's a play I like, but it's not a lock.
Mango Rocks. Yes, I like the Rockies today. I really like the Rockies today. The Suns over hit. I knew it would. Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Rise. Jokic was getting the ball. Suns owner, it was being stupid, 100%. Such a small baseball card. O's money line and O's over money line / run line. Yes. Washington first 5. Yeah. Arizona run line. Yes. Cubbies run line. Yes. Yerfie. Sure. In the Dodger game. Sure. Nerfy in the Seattle game. Sure. And maybe Baltimore, sure. Too. Yeah. First 5 under. I can see that. Jokic dropped 53. Yeah. That's the MVP. Lean
They
Tampa
lost,
Bay.
though.
Huh?
They lost, though.
They did. Yeah. Lean Tampa Bay. Those bats have been let. Gallon K prop as well. Yes. I could see runs in the Orioles and Rays. I could see. Yep. Nick is on Tampa. Tim on Baltimore. Shocker. These are the teams that I have to win the division.
Yep. I like Tampa this year. I've said that numerous times.
That Suns owner's an asshole. 100%. No play on this game. Fair. He should have. He should have just gave up the damn ball. Yeah, 100%. Let's go to this one, Nick. Maybe we might be able to get a play up on the site.
I know. Yeah, I get it. We have the Oakland Athletics and the New York Yankees here. The Yankees minus 195 favorites. Total of 8.5 in this game. J.P. Sears and Nestor Cortez is your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at minus 230. The line is, absolutely plummeted. It is a 44-cent line movement towards the Oakland Athletics. They opened up at plus 208. You can get them now at 171. Open 230. The Yankees now 186. Total opened up at a 8.5 minus plus 105. It is now an 8.5 minus 105. Let's take a look at what these two pitchers have done this year. To no surprise, J.P. Sears, like almost every single A's pitcher, is yet to record a win. He is coming in off an amazing start in his last game, though. No earned runs on 4 hits and 6 innings pitched. No decision against the Seattle Mariners. He looked good in his last start. Previously, he gave up 6 earned runs and 6 hits against the Angels. He gave up 4 earned runs and 5 hits and 6 innings pitched against the Rangers, so he struggled the previous few starts, though. On the other side, Nestor Cortez is 3-2 with a 4.91 ERA, 1.18 WHIP. He gave up 7 earned runs and 5 hits and 4 2/3 in his last start. That was the game that they got blown out 15-2 against the Rangers. 3 earned runs, 5 hits, and 5 innings pitched against the Twins. 3 earned runs, 4 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched against the Angels. I want to look at forgot the money in this game. Forgot to look over that. This one as well. Wow, to nobody's surprise, 60% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the Yankees, and the Bucks do not care. And then we have 79% of the tickets, 82% of the cash is on the over. The lines moved 10 cents towards the over. Obviously, the A's have been an awesome over team, but the Yankees have been an awesome under team. I'm kind of thinking Oakland here. That's my lean at the moment. Tim, what's your thoughts on this game?
I kind of lean towards 2 things. I gave out the over in balling out last night. I know it hasn't hit the past couple. It should have hit in one of the games. It totally, completely missed last game. It is what it is. I'm going to continue to ride the overs, especially when Oakland's on the road, because that's when they're letting up the most runs. I would take Oakland and the over. I think that one of those hits, it's essentially saying that Oakland gets at least 4 runs, and I think they can. Nestor Cortez has not been the Cortez of the past, so I'll agree with your Oakland. I can go with that, and I like the over as well. I'm going to continue to bet the over in Oakland just because it missed a couple games. Just because the under's hitting 3 out of the last 4 does not mean I'm going to go off of it, because it's still hitting 21, 13, and 1 this year. And it's not like it's sitting at one of those 10s. It's sitting at 8.5, or I can get an 8. So over and Oakland. Cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to play this game, because I do lean over. You can get the Oakland Athletics team total over 3.5 at plus 105. I think that's worth the look. That's how I'm going to play this game. It's the team total over for the Oakland Athletics. I think they get 4 runs in this game.
I got Oakland plus 171.
There we go. And when you do look at it, though, these two pitchers have underperformed this year. Both their expected ERAs are lower than their actual ERAs, so I do expect maybe some positive regression from these two pitchers. But with that being said, I like the Oakland team total.
There you go. Do you want to quickly go through the chat? I'm putting up putting up the 2 plays.
What was the last one you left off on?
Oh, boy. There you
go. I feel like there's a lot of traps and snars out there today. Probably. O's win total over looking like, yeah, it's looking free right now.
Will you stop that?
Absolutely free.
Will you
77 and a
stop
half, that
that?
was a joke. I hope the NBA doesn't overreact and suspend Jokic if they.
They're
If
not
they,
going to. Even the Suns owner said don't do it.
yeah. News came out that the owner doesn't want. Yeah, he doesn't. That would not be right. Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't be.
That would be giving the series to the Suns. That's all
Yeah,
that would be.
That would be giving the series to the Suns.
Yeah, you don't do that heading into a big game 5. Absolutely not.
No.
A's money line. Yeah, close your eyes and bet the A's. Yep. Yankees. No. Incoming Oakland victory in a Yankees. What happened? There you go.
I would love to
Can't
see
fade nasty molester Cortez. There you go.
Watch me.
No. Actually, I'm taking the Oakland. Yeah, plus 3.5 or plus 1.5 minus 130. I don't hate that at all. This game will go over the total, I believe, just like the Tigers game yesterday. There you go. I like the first period over in the Oilers game tonight. Yeah, I can see the first period over. I can see both teams to score as well.
There you go. We'll head to this game, Nick, and I like this one.
Yeah. We have the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals here in this spot. The Cubbies minus 135 favorites with a total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this one here with Miles Mikolas and Marcus Stroman, your pitching matchup here. Wow. This line opened up at a minus 155. It's now minus 125. The line is absolutely plummeted on the Cubbies here. Total opened up at a 7, minus 102. It's now a 7, minus 113. We have 60% of the tickets and 63% of the cash is on the Cubs. The lines moved drastically towards the Cardinals. And this line opened up at a 7, minus 102. It's gone up 11 cents. 51% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on the over. Let's take a look at what these two pitchers have done so far, have done recently. And then we will get into here. As Miles Mikolas is 1-1 with a 5.79 ERA, 1.66 WHIP. He's coming in off of a start where he went 5 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs on 8 hits against the Cardinals or against the Angels. My bad. Previous to that, he gave up no earned runs on 4 hits and 6 1/3 against the Giants. And previous to that, he gave up 3 earned runs on 5 hits and 5 1/3 against the Mariners. Marcus Stroman on the other side. Is coming in off of a game where he gave up 1 earned run on 5 hits and a 2-1 loss to the Nationals. 2 earned runs and 6 hits and 6 1/3 innings pitched against the Marlins, which they lost. 5 earned runs and 6 hits and 5 innings pitched against the Dodgers, which they lost. They've lost 3 straight games started by Stroman. The only times he's won games is when he goes and shuts out teams. It's kind of an interesting thing there. I kind of think the over has some merit in this game at 7. It's my first look at this one here. Marcus Stroman so far this year, when you look at his ERA compared to his expected ERA, 2.18 ERA this year. He's looked good, except for his expected ERA is at 3.97. So expect him to regress. And I think that's what this line movement is telling you, is that he's going to regress. Miles Mikolas on the other side here. Let's take a look at this. He is he's overachieving as well. It's 5.79 ERA, but a 6.14 expected ERA. So don't expect him to get any better here. I think the over's the look.
I'm on the Cubbies. I know there's a big line movement. I don't particularly care. It could be weather related as well, because the total is a 7, which kind of gives me
7 and Wrigley, which tells me the wind's blowing in.
Yeah. So I do think it could be weather related as well.
It is 13-mile-an-hour winds from the right to the left.
I guess. I like the Cubbies run line in this game. This is still a Cardinals team that is absolutely struggling, and I want nothing to do with trying to back them. Cubbies have been playing some good baseball, although they did go 14 innings yesterday. I like the Cubbies in this matchup. It could, and that could be the line movement too, is everybody saw that the Cubbies went to extra innings last game. Yeah. But granted, the Cubbies didn't have to travel. St. Louis was in Detroit, so I guess it's not that far.
No, they're home.
Oh, they were home? That's right. They were home against Detroit. So it's not that far of a travel, but I like the Cubbies in this one. I would take the run line, which is sitting at plus 165. I would take some nice plus money with that one, but we'll see.
So recently here we have the Cardinals have gone over in 5 straight games, and they've gone at least the team total over 3.5, which is what it is today at plus 115 in all 5 of those games, even though they've lost 4 of them. So I think the Cardinals can score some runs today and play this game to the over. I'm actually going to attack this 2 ways. I'm grabbing the Cardinals team total over 3.5 at plus 115, and I'm grabbing the full game over 7 at minus 113. I think this is a higher scoring game.
If I was going to put anything up on the site, if I would put up the over, I would put up the Cubs run line as well. But we're going to probably just stay off this game.
We're not putting up the over?
Fine. Hopefully it's because of the Cubbies, but whatever. Then go back to the chat for a minute, Nick.
All right. Let's take a look here. Like Zach Gallen over 6.5 Ks.
Yes.
Yeah. Suspend Joker for doing what exactly?
He made contact with the owner of the Suns, but the Suns owner was being an idiot. So,
yeah, I like Zach Al. Also, leading Cubs run line. Never mind. Cardinal money line. Don't love it. 0.6 unit. Yeah, I can see the Cardinals. I mean, the line's telling me the Cardinals. The line is telling me that Stroman gets hit today, and his advanced analytics tells me Stroman regresses big time. Paul Goldschmidt went nuclear yesterday. 3 home runs. Yeah, he looked awesome yesterday. Cards are due for some wins. All right, now it looks like they are having the worst season. Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if their underlying statistics tell us that they should be winning more baseball games. Would not be at all. Wow, this is a 7. Yeah, it's because of the wind. It's only because of the wind. But yeah, it's a 7, which I grabbed the over.
Yep. Go Cubbies. We'll go to this one, Nick, which I like something from, and it's a trend that we like to bet.
Yeah, Milwaukee Brewers and the LA Dodgers. The Brewers it's a pick. I wrote minus 105, minus 105. It actually has moved more since I typed up these lines because it was minus 107. I always round to the nearest 5 when I type in lines. This line opened up at a minus 105. It's moved 6 cents towards the Brewers. So it opened up at minus 105. It's moved 6 cents. And it opened up at a minus 110 for the over 8.5. It's now minus 115 for the over 8.5. So moved 5 cents towards the over. We have 50% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the Brewers, and the lines move towards the Brewers. We have 57% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on the under. The lines moved 5 cents towards the over in this game. So a little bit of a reverse line movement here on the total, which tells me we can potentially see the words. We can potentially see Gonsolin and Peralta get hit a little bit here. Let's take a look at what these 2 pitchers have done lately. Gonsolin coming in with a 0-0 record, 3.38 ERA, 1.50 WHIP. He has 2 starts under his belt so far. Last start, he gave up 3 earned runs on 5 hits and 4 2/3 innings pitched. Previous to that, he gave up no earned runs and 2 hits and 3 1/3 innings pitched. He's been very limited in his starts, so don't expect him to go too far. On the other side, we have Freddie Peralta, who in his last start gave up 2 earned runs on 7 hits and a 3-2 loss in Colorado. Previously, he gave up 2 earned runs on 5 hits and 6 innings pitched against the Tigers. 4 earned runs, 5 hits, and 5 2/3 against the Red Sox. So he's been okay. And looking at this for me, let me take a look at Freddie Peralta's advanced numbers real quick. Let's see. Is somebody we should be expecting better from? It looks like his advanced numbers are about the same as his actual numbers. 3.63 ERA, but a 3.7 expected ERA. So slightly worse. Nothing we can really Not anything we're going to see massive differences from him. The advanced numbers through 2 starts for Gonsolin, even though he has a 3.38 ERA, 4.35 expected ERA, so he has been overperforming a little bit here. I could see both these pitchers getting hit a little bit. 8.5 is kind of interesting. Lean for me towards the over, but it's no play at the moment.
Oh, I was prepared to double up. I like the Brewers. It's a Sunday night fade. And not only is it a Sunday night fade, the Dodgers game went to extra innings last night. So this is a tired team, a little bit of a taxed bullpen, traveling from LA to Milwaukee. This is a awful spot for him. This is very, very similar. I'm expecting the same game that was the Dodgers-Phillies after the Phillies came off that Sunday night game last week.
So I'm thinking Brewers in the over then.
I'm thinking Brewers money line, Brewers run line. Run line is plus 190. I wanted to take a shot at some big plus money because this is my favorite spot on the board, is the Brewers. They finally broke their losing streak yesterday. I could see the Brewers putting up 7-8 runs tonight in a 8-1 game. I think Peralta does really well. And I just think this is a bad spot for the Dodgers. So I'm all over the Brewers in this game. And you know how much we do not bet on the Brewers. They're not a team I like to bet on. I'm prepared to double it today. Minus 106, plus 190. You down to double up on the Brewers?
I'm going to lock in the Brewers money line and the over 8.5. Is how I'm going to do this.
We could do 3 plays in it. We could do Brewers money line, Brewers run line, and the over.
All right.
Down?
Yeah.
Let's run it. Loving this Brewers game. I'm going to quickly put all those up on the site, and you can keep rolling through the chat real quick.
Yep. Let's take a look. They're not. They're not there. Jeez, how did I graduate? Fair. Release the. Yeah, that was. I didn't even watch a second of that game. Yeah, I took the Brewers, Tim, for the same reasons. There you go.
Oh yeah.
We'll move on though. This one's kind of interesting here. We have the White Sox minus 130 favorites against the Kansas City Royals. Total 8.5 in this game. Dylan Cease and Zach Greinke. It's a fun pitching matchup. Line opened up at minus 130. It's dropped 5 cents towards the Royals. It's now minus 125 for the White Sox. Line opened up at an 8. It's moved down. Or my bad. Line opened up at a 9. Line's moved to an 8.5. We have 72% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on the White Sox. Lines move towards the Royals. We have 91% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the over. The lines moved down half a run. Granted, the 9 was even money, so do with that as you please for the over 9, and it moved down half a run. So, I mean, it moved a couple cents. Let's take a look at the pitching real quick. Yes. See if I can find this game. There we go. Dylan Cease and Zach Greinke. Both have not been very good this year.
No.
Dylan Cease coming in off of a poor performance, or not a great performance. 4 earned runs and 5 hits on 5 innings pitched. Previous to that, 6 earned runs, 9 hits, 4 innings pitched. Previous to that, 3 earned runs, 6 hits, 4 innings pitched. The guy's not been going far in games.
No.
Furthest he's gone since his opening day start of 6 1/3 innings pitched is 6 innings. And that's only been one time. He's gone 4 innings twice. He's gone 5 innings 3 times. He's not been going deep into games like he has been previous years, like he did last year when he was a Cy Young contender. Honestly, should have won the Cy Young award.
Yeah, he should have. Oh no, Verlander deserved it last year.
Yeah. And then we got Zach Greinke coming in off of a very nice start in his last game. No earned runs on 3 hits and 5 innings pitched against the Baltimore Orioles. Previous to that, though, he got lit up against the Minnesota Twins. When we look at it here, he's got a pretty decent home road splits. I want to take a look at that real quick. He's 0-2 on the road, with a 9.22 ERA and 13 2/3 innings pitched. At home, he's 1-2, but an 2.82 ERA and 22 1/3 innings pitched. He's much better at home than he is on the road, which makes me think, even though it's Dylan Cease, the pitching advantage might go to Zach Greinke in this game. And I know that may sound crazy, by the way, but let's quickly take a look at the expected numbers real quick for Zach Greinke and Dylan Cease. Zach Greinke, 5.25 ERA, 5.57 expected ERA, so he's been overperforming slightly. Let's see what Dylan Cease is real quick, and then I'll pass it over to Tim. I'm starting to look at these expected ERA numbers to kind of see which pitchers we can see regression from. And they're saying 4.58 ERA, and his expected ERA is 4.56. They're saying this is the Dylan Cease we should expect. I think the Royals are the look in this game. I don't know if I want to take him full game, but I like him in the first 5 innings here at plus 117. I want to back Zach Greinke at home here.
I agree. I want to go after the Royals. I know it's not the pretty play, but I feel like there's going to be value. I'm trying to find the right line. It's plus 116. I'm trying to find the value on fading the White Sox, and the best time to fade them is when Dylan Cease is on the mound. Because I think Dylan Cease is hyped up after last year. I will say I fell for it. I have a Cy Young ticket for him, so that's garbage. Eflin's garbage.
I like my Cy Young pick right now.
My best Cy Young pick right now is Luis Castillo.
Mine's McClanahan.
Yeah, McClanahan's been solid too. I like the White Sox in this one. Sorry, the Royals in this one. Money line plus 116. I think there's value in fading Dylan Cease. Okay,
yeah, I got the first 5 for KC at plus 117.
You know what? I'll quickly make a statement. I think at the end of this series, the White Sox will be last place in the division.
Ooh.
Royals sweep.
Whoa! I like it. All
right. Where did we leave off?
Where did we leave off? That one.
Brew Crew and the Rockies. Yes. I'm trying to convince Nick to let me put the Rockies up. I want to have the Rockies.
I lean the other way. I'm sorry.
The Padres last night made me want to cook up a bowl of death soup and drink it. 1 out away from victory in the 9th. That's rough. White Sox next. Yeah, I'm not backing the White Sox. Greinke pitches better at home. Poopy play. Vito. I'm on the Royals, so I guess that's a poopy play. I back the Greinke at home. Yes, I don't have a play yet. Is it Weedo, that cartoon clip?
Vito.
Oh, go ahead, Nick. Yes, there you go. And it's a minion. It's the minion. Greinke and the Royals, yes. I like the over in the White Sox game. I could see it. Royals died to me when Singer faded away. It's fair. I have a few parlays rise over 8.5. There you go. Can't trust Cease and his handlebar mustache. Yeah, no. Wow, I thought I liked a few games. I guess I don't like breaking down the card. A little Strider. What about Strider? He doesn't pitch today. Let's head to this game.
Yeah, we'll move on here to the Houston Astros. They're at the LA Angels. Astros minus 120 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement in this one here real quick. As we have Hunter Brown and Patrick Sandoval. Line opened up at minus 115. It's moved up 4 cents towards the Astros to minus 119. And this line opened up at a 9. It went up to an 8.5. Then it's back down to a 9. It's back up to a 9. We have 47% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the Astros. So big bets coming on the Astros here. Lines move towards the Astros. 70% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the under. The original line move was towards the under, kind of staying off the total in this one. Here, let's take a look at what these two pitchers have done so far this season. Hunter Brown, 3-1 with a 2.60 ERA, 1.18 WHIP. Patrick Sandoval, 3-1, 2.93 ERA, 1.27 WHIP. Both pitchers have been good though so far this year. Hunter Brown coming in off of a start where he gave up 2 earned runs on 4 hits against the Giants in 4 1/3 innings pitch. Got the loss because the Astros didn't score a single run. Previous to that, he gave up no earned runs on 2 hits and 7 innings pitched. They got 1 run in that game, and it was enough. The Astros in a 1-0 win. Previous to that, he gave up 4 earned runs on 7 hits against the Braves. But previous to that, no earned runs and no earned runs against the Tigers and the Twins. So Hunter Brown has been really strong this year. Patrick Sandoval on the other side, coming in off of a nice start, 1 earned run on 3 hits and 5 innings pitched. Previous to that, 2 earned runs and 6 hits and 7 innings pitched against the Athletics. So he's pitched pretty well last couple of games. I lean Astros. I kind of lean Astros in this game. Let's see what Hunter Brown's numbers are so far this year. When it comes to should we expect more from him? Actually, we should expect some regression from him. 2.6 ERA, but a 3.70 expected ERA. Which is kind of interesting here. Let's see what Patrick Sandoval is real quick, and then I'll pass it on to Tim here in this one. And we should see some aggression from some. We should be seeing some negative regression from both these pitchers. 2.93 ERA for Sandoval, but a 4.09 expected ERA. So we should expect both these pitchers to get hit soon. So maybe a lean towards the over as a decent look in this one as well. What's your thoughts on this game? I'm kind of leaning Astros and over.
Astros run line. I like Hunter Brown. He's been an absolute stud. I know Higgs has been talking him up for a while, and he's definitely lived up to that so far. It is the Angels coming off of getting absolutely shelled 16-8 yesterday and 10-1 the day before. Maybe this is when we start to see the Angels start to fall apart. Kind of like when we saw them last year lose 16, 17 in a row. I'm gonna put the Astros run lineup. I think it's a good smash spot for them today. Back Hunter Brown, and let's get some runs with it. Run line is plus 140. I know the money line's only minus 120, but if it's a road team, I'm gonna take some plus money with the run line.
I'm gonna grab their team total over 4.5. That's how I'm gonna back this team because I think Sandoval gets hit here.
Okay. Stroh's money line. Yes. All right, I took the run line. Wow. All right, you're taking it big today. I like it. Hunter Brown's hot. Patrick is on his way out. Astros all day. Let's get it. 3 games left, Nick.
Yeah, Miami Marlins are at the Arizona Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks minus 190 favorites. Total of 8.5 in this game. Let's get into the line movement in this one here between the Marlins and the Diamondbacks as we have Braxton Garrett and Zach Gallen. This line opened up at minus 210. It's now down to a minus 191. So a 19-cent move towards the Miami Marlins. Line opened up at an 8. It's gone up to an 8.5. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game. As we have 75% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks, and the lines move towards the Marlins. We have 43% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the over. Kind of tells me that these pitchers may get hit here. Let's take a look at our boy Zach Gallen. And what has he done this year? 2.53 ERA, 2.56 expected ERA. He's been pitching exactly as expected so far this season. And on the other side, Braxton Garrett. Braxton Garrett's come on the scene. He's been pretty decent this year with but actually he's not been that great. 5.81 ERA, 6.75 expected ERA. So he's actually been pretty bad. Let's take a look at what these pitchers have done lately. Braxton Garrett, 1-1. He's coming in off of a start where he got shelled. 11 runs, 14 hits, and 4 1/3 innings pitch. That's why his ERA is bad. That's why his expected ERA is bad. Do we expect him to do it again? Maybe. Zach Gallen on the other side, coming in off of his first bad start since April 4th, giving up his first earned runs since April 4th.
Yep.
And a 3 earned run, 7 hit appearance against the Texas Rangers. So not the greatest of performances from either of these guys in the last time out. This is, I think, a stay-off spot for me.
Yeah, I like Arizona.
Maybe an over.
I like Arizona. I would take them run lines or on even money. I'm just going to continue to back my boy Zachy, which is one of my Cy Young tickets in the National League. Which National League? Who did I have again? I know I had Zach Gallen. I think I had Max Fried, which is a total bust because he was out for a little bit. I don't remember who else I had, but anyways, Julio Urias, I believe I had him too. I like the D-backs run line. This is a Diamondbacks team I'm high on. I have their division prop for them to win the division at 16-1. Just kicked my chair down. I just decided to drop my. Anyways, I like Arizona in this one. I think it's a good spot for them.
Fair,
especially
I lean the other way.
That's fine.
I lean towards Miami.
Lean Strohs as well. There you go. Maybe first 5 to Diamondbacks. Hey, I like backing Zachy.
Yeah, it would have to be a first 5. That Arizona bullpen is pretty bad, and you're laying a price with the Diamondbacks because of Gallen, so you want only Gallen.
Yeah. Well, how did this game, which actually has a weird line to me?
All right. Texas
Rangers. Well, actually, never mind. This is different guy, different gray.
Yeah. Versus the Texas Rangers. Mariners are minus 150 favorites, total 7.5 in this game. This line's moved since I typed it up this morning. It moved from 141 to 166 for Seattle, a 25-cent line movement towards the Mariners now. Line opened up at an 8. It's down to a 7.5. Let's take a look if the money correlates with this. And it definitely does not. Because 62% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the Rangers, and the lines move dramatically towards the Mariners. And 94% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the over. It's moved towards the under. I can care less about the total. I'm more interested in the side, and I'm interested in doubling down on the Seattle Mariners in this game.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at what these two pitchers have done recently real quick, and then we will probably bet the Mariners in this game. Logan Gilbert and John Gray. John Gray, 1-1 with a 4.4 ERA, 1.40 whip. He's coming off an appearance where he gave up 4 runs and 8 hits in 5 1/3 innings pitch against the Diamondbacks. Previous to that, he gave up 3 runs and 4 hits against the Reds. On the other side, Logan Gilbert, 1-1 with a 4.01 ERA this year. Coming off of a nice start against the A's, where he went 2 runs, 3 hits, and 6 innings pitched. Previous to that, he had give up 4 runs in back-to-back starts against the Phillies and the Brewers. But looking at this spot for me, I'm kind of interested in this in the Mariners in this spot here and attacking them here. You can get the first 5 minus a half at minus 120, and let's see, minus 166 plus 127. Minus 166 plus 127. You can get the minus 1 line at minus 117. I'm doubling down here on the Mariners. Give me the Mariners first 5 minus a half a run and the full game minus 1 at minus 117.
We're finally seeing a Mariners team that's kind of turned it around. They've now won 6 out of their last 7. Yes, granted, 3 of those games were against Oakland. But they just took 2 out of 3 from Houston, their biggest bugaboo from the past couple of years. They could not beat Houston, and they just took 2 out of 3 from them, which is a great sign to see. And I believe you can I introduce you to the 4th place Houston Astros.
I don't want to hear that. I have the Astros over 96.5 wins.
The 4th place Houston Astros. Yep. Granted, they're still 9.5 games ahead of the Oakland Athletics, but that's not the point. I like Seattle. I like Seattle in this game. I'll take their run line plus 131 because I'm not laying minus 150. Seattle Mariners get the job done again. Originally, I saw Gray, and I thought the Gray from the Minnesota, which is another John Gray. So, Brewers, Astros, Rockies, bar of gold parlay. I like it. Under 8, I could see the under, but I like Mariners. Royals, Diamondbacks, the Royal Diamondback parlay. Yes. Did y'all both agree on Astros money line? Yes. Oh well, I took run line.
I took run line. Total. I took team total.
Yes, Mariners. Let's get it. Final game of the day, which I really don't have any interest from.
Yeah, we have the San Francisco Giants and the Washington Nationals here. The Giants minus 210 favorites. This line opened up at minus 180. Total 8.5. Total line opened up at minus 198. It's now minus 210, so a 12-cent line movement towards the Giants in this game. And this line opened up at 8.5 even money. It's now 8.5 minus 113, so it's moved up 13 cents towards the over in this game here, which means we should see money on the Giants in the over. Let's see if that correlates here for this one, as we have 70% of the tickets, but only 46% of the cash is on the Nationals. Nationals looking like a very public underdog at the moment. 56% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the over in this game here. So they're expecting Irving to get hit here. They are expecting Irving to get hit, and I kind of agree with that here. I like the Giants in this game. I do. Let's see how I can get involved with them here. They're making it very difficult to get involved with the Giants here, though. No surprise. But I'm gonna lay the juice with it here. I think the Giants blow them out in this game. I think the Nationals are a very public underdog today, and I'm gonna take the Giants first 5 minus half a run at $1.40. I'm gonna take the full game run line at minus 106. I think the Giants rout them here. So I'm gonna be on the Giants here.
I would have taken the run line if it was plus money, and it's not. I'm not really interested in this game. Do I think the Giants deserve to be this big of favorites? They've been playing better as of late. No, I don't think they should be minus $2 favorites right now. I know they're at home against one of the worst teams in the league, but I kind of just want to stay away from this game. I already have a bunch of action for today. If it was plus money, it would go up on the site, but it's not plus money, so kind of just staying away from this one at this point, Nick.
Fair. The Giants have been backing a decent amount as well.
Pods. What's our pods for the day? Brewers. Brewers is my pod. I think Brewers by a lot. Brewers money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. I think the pod. I think the Brewers blow them out today.
I'm gonna take the Rays run line. That's my pod.
Yeah. Back both Zackies today. Zach Greinke and Zach Gallen. The Zach attack parlay. I like it. Sonny Gray, thank you, is the pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. I appreciate you telling me that one because I would have drove me nuts for a little bit. That is all the stuff for today. If you guys are interested, check out all the stuff in the description below. I did add a couple of things because we're not sponsored by any sportsbook right now. So, link down below is for Bovada, BetOnline, and sportsbetting.ag. All 3 of them I use because I don't have any legal sports books because we're in North Carolina. All the links below are for signups. If you guys are interested, all of them have match deposits or whatever it may be. So click those links in the description if you guys need a offshore book. There's also a couple other things down there like the Upstart app and DoorDash and stuff like that down there if you guys are interested in doing any of that stuff. So all of those linked down below. Check out that. Check out SeatGeek concert ticket, sporting event ticket needs. ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. Check out Ballin' Out. It's over on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. I did 5 baseball games. Obviously, we went over all the baseball games. Just go over there, leave a like so that the boss man knows I'm doing a good job. All right. Recap for today. Leon Draisaitl, no goal, plus 105. The Heat, -4, and the under in the Lakers game, along with, I kind of like the Tigers. I like the Rockies today. Baltimore, Oakland in the over. Cubbies run line. Brewers in every way, shape, and form. Royals, Astros, D-backs, Mariners, pass. Those are the places for today for me. Nick, I know you post them all up on your Twitter, but go ahead.
Oilers -1 for the NHL. In the NBA, I'm on the Knicks first quarter +120, Knicks first half +130, and the over 207.5. In the Laker game, I'm on the Lakers team total under 115.5, and I'm on the full game under 227.5. In baseball, I'm on Colorado Pittsburgh first 5 under 4.5. I'm on the Rays first 5 full game run lines. I'm on the Athletics team total over 3.5. I am on the Royals first 5 money line. I'm on the Cardinals team total over 3.5, the full game over 7. I'm on the Brewers money line and the over 8.5. I'm on the Astros team total over 4.5. Doubled up on both the doubled up Mariners first 5 run line, full game -1. Giants first 5 -0.5, and Giants full game run line as well.
There you go. That's going to do it for this episode of Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. Not Ballin' Out, sorry. The Earle Sports Bet Show. Sorry, I was just staring at the thumbnail for that while I was pulling up. Thank you guys for joining the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll see you guys tomorrow.